Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, carved a distinct and influential path in the early days of psychology. Known for his innovative and, at times, controversial explorations, Jung's work extended far beyond the field of psychoanalysis, which he helped develop alongside Sigmund Freud. Despite their initial collaboration, Jung's divergence from Freud's theories marked a significant turning point in his career, particularly regarding the nature and role of the unconscious. Jung's interest in areas such as alchemy, mythology, and Eastern philosophy reflected his pursuit of a more holistic understanding of the human psyche. This approach was markedly different from Freud's, leading to their eventual ideological separation. One of Jung's most groundbreaking contributions is his theory of archetypes and the collective unconscious. Unlike Freud, who emphasized personal experiences and the individual unconscious, Jung proposed that there exists a deeper level of the unconscious shared across humanity, comprising innate, universal archetypes. These, he argued, emerge in art, literature, dreams, and religions, reflecting common human experiences. Given the extensive list of these archetypes, in this video we will focus on only 4 that are central to his perspective and may be addressing others in later videos. The self in Jungian psychology represents the unified unconscious and conscious aspects of an individual, symbolizing the entirety of the psyche. It is often considered the ultimate goal of psychological development, an archetype of wholeness and the driving force behind the process of individuation. The self involves the experience of the individual and the collective experiences, thus linking the personal unconscious with the collective unconscious. This archetype is typically symbolized through images of unity and totality, such as the circle or mandala, representing the harmonious balance of opposites. The journey towards realizing the self involves reconciling these opposites within the individual's psyche. It's a lifelong process that contributes to a person's sense of completeness and fulfillment. The self can manifest in dreams, visions, or fantasies, often presenting guidance or insight into the individual's life journey. One of the challenges in the process of individuation is distinguishing the self from the ego. The ego is the center of consciousness and is often mistaken for the totality of the personality. However, the self encompasses much more, including aspects of personality that the individual is not consciously aware of. The realization of the self is often accompanied by experiences of synchronicity, where external events mirror internal states, further emphasizing the interconnectedness of the individual and the collective unconscious. The shadow represents the unconscious aspect of the personality which is not consciously acknowledged by the ego. It embodies the repressed, denied, or ignored aspects of oneself. This includes not just negative traits, but also undeveloped talents and strengths. The shadow often contains primitive, negative human emotions and impulses like rage, envy, greed, selfishness, desire, and the striving for power. However, it's not inherently evil, rather, it's amoral, containing both positive and negative elements. It's a part of the unconscious mind consisting of repressed weaknesses, shortcomings, and instincts. Jung believed that acknowledging and integrating the shadow is crucial for individuation. Failure to recognize these darker aspects can lead to one-sided development and projection, where one unconsciously attributes their unacceptable qualities to others. This projection often manifests in immediate, emotional reactions to others, particularly those displaying traits we dislike in ourselves. Confronting the shadow can be challenging, as it involves facing parts of oneself that are often uncomfortable or painful to acknowledge. However, this confrontation is necessary for achieving psychological growth and wholeness. Examples of the shadow manifest in various forms, such as an overly rigid person displaying uncharacteristic impulsiveness, or a typically kind person experiencing bouts of anger or envy. These outbursts are glimpses of the shadow self, revealing aspects that lie dormant or unacknowledged. The Anima and Animus are archetypes that represent the feminine and masculine aspects of the unconscious mind. These archetypes are crucial for understanding how individuals relate to the opposite sex and are essential for achieving a balance between masculine and feminine energies within the psyche. The Anima and Animus influences the choice of a partner and is projected on how men perceive women, respectively women's interactions with men and their perceptions of masculinity. Jung theorized that they also serve as a guide to the unconscious, acting as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind. This archetype often manifests in dreams or fantasies, providing insight and guidance. Integrating the Anima and Animus involves recognizing and embracing the opposite gender traits within oneself. For men, this means acknowledging their feminine aspects such as emotion, sensitivity, and intuition. For women, recognizing their masculine aspects like assertiveness, rationality, and strength. The persona is an archetype that represents the outward identity or role that an individual offers to the world. It's derived from the Latin word for mask and is adaptive and changing according to different social settings and requirements. Jung viewed the persona as a necessary component of social interactions, enabling individuals to fit into various roles and conform to societal expectations. However, he also warned of the dangers of over-identification with this archetype. When individuals equate their identity solely with their persona, they risk losing touch with their authentic selves, leading to a one-sided personality. The persona is not inherently false or negative. It is simply the way one shows himself to the world. The challenge lies in balancing the persona with other aspects of the psyche, particularly the shadow and the true self. In the process of individuation, one learns to differentiate between the persona and the self, allowing the individual to express their true personality in a more authentic and complete manner. These four archetypes represent fundamental aspects of the human psyche, each playing a critical role in personal development and understanding of oneself and others.